Hello guys, how are you today? So welcome to day 2 of the challenge. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the page and like this video afterwards if you enjoyed it. And be sure to share it with friends and family who might like it too. So coming down, lying on our back, bending our knees, bringing our feet hip distance apart, with our hands or palms open, face towards the ceiling, gently allowing our eyes to close, and just taking a moment here to connect in, breathing in and out. Nice deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Now, once you're ready, just grab a hold of your right knee. Just wrap your hands around, interlace them behind your knee, and draw it in towards your chest. If you feel comfortable to do so, then you can bring your left leg out straight. This will increase the stretch a bit more, so just move to your own level today. And as you draw in that right heel, just focusing on the sensation it creates, particularly in your hip, and just breathing into it. And you might notice the more you focus on your breathing, that this area begins to soften. It might invite you to pull in a little closer. So release that side and now grab the opposite knee and start to draw it in towards your chest. It's me checking it out there, making sure you guys are still with me. So here, drawing the knee in, again, allowing your eyes to close. And if you feel comfortable to do so, then allowing your right leg to come out straight. Again, just breathing into the sensation, probably noticing this most in your hip flexor now. And just breathing space into that area. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And now releasing that and just bringing your right foot up so that your shin is parallel to the ground, grasping your hands behind your left knee and drawing the leg in towards you. So again, just feeling a nice stretch here for the hips, making sure that your sit bones and your back is planted nice and firmly on the ground, your upper body relaxed, and just drawing that right leg in towards you while at the same time pushing the right knee away. And just breathing here again and swapping sides. This time crossing our left leg over our right, catching behind our right leg and drawing that leg in towards us, feeling a nice stretch on our left side. And again, this is a lovely pose, lying down on the back, just a gentle way to start the day. So by all means, if you're comfortable to do so, close your eyes, draw inwards, and again, just focus on the breathing. And we'll release that. Okay, good job, guys. So next we're going to raise our legs, either with bent knees so that our shins are parallel to the ground, or otherwise we bring our legs straight up overhead with our feet flat towards the sky or the roof. So we want to have our ankles more or less directly above our hips with our sit bones pressed down into the ground for support. So this is legs up the wall. This is a great exercise. It's very calming, and it's also when you don't you can do this also against the wall, but if you don't use a wall for support, it's very good for core work. So you might notice that you're feeling this in your core area. That's great, it means you're working. Again, allow your arms to just completely relax and bring your knees back down. Bring your feet hip distance apart and allow to windshield wiper them to the right. So they both drop down to the right. If you want an extra bit of a stretch, you can cross then your right ankle over your left knee. Draw your gaze to the left in the opposite direction and have your hands, both arms at 90 degrees. And just breathing here, coming back to center, and now we'll take it to the opposite side. Again, bringing the ankle on top of the knee if we want an extra stretch. Bringing our gaze in the opposite direction to our legs. And nice deep inhales and exhales. Gently waking up the body. Okay. So from here, we'll start to draw back to center, knees bent. Stretch them out straight in front of us. And we'll do banana stretch. So bring our legs over to the right leg over, left leg following. Draw our hips slightly to the left and bring our arms over to the right. Left hand catching right wrist. Feeling a nice stretch all along our left side body. If you want a deeper stretch, you can always cross the left ankle over the right ankle and just holding it here and enjoying that stretch. So just waking up our side body now, and we'll come back to center before moving to the opposite side. So now bringing the left foot over towards the left, crossing the right ankle over the left if you like, or if you want less of a stretch, you can just leave it by the side, drawing your hips towards the right and bringing your arms towards the left, grasping your left wrist, your right wrist with your left hand this time. The old coordination is going on me at this stage, guys. But as you can see, very relaxed, so it's all working. And just breathing nice and deeply here. So notice the breath rising and falling, and then coming back to center. Readjust the leggings, super important. I joke. And then coming back to bent leg position, making sure our back is flat and supported by the mat. Draw our arms down as we lift our hips up into bridge. So again, we're keeping our knees more or less directly above our ankles, nice and supported, shoulders relaxed. If you want an extra stretch, you can interlace your fingers and come high onto the shoulders. Again, feel free to stay in the first variation. This is just an option for if you want that bit more of a stretch. And this is a lovely release for our hip flexors and our psoas, which are often tight from sitting, walking, running, doing these repetitive activities. So this is a lovely way to stretch out the hips and again get the heart above the head. And breathing deeply here and slowly releasing, coming down vertebrae by vertebrae from the upper back until the tailbone. Drawing our knees in, clasping our hands around our shin if we can, opposite hand to opposite elbow, and maybe lifting our head up to squeeze in, giving ourselves a nice little hug first thing in the day. Cuddles first thing in the morning, always good. And from here, allowing our head to come back and rest and our feet. Coming onto our side and straight onto our front body. So here we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So you'll have your elbows more or less directly under your shoulders, shoulders relaxed and down, hands flat, shoulder distance apart, and pressing through the quads and the tops of your feet, just to feel nice activation through all the front body. You can allow your gaze to come forward and down, or close your eyes. And from here we'll do a nice little quad stretch, bringing our left hand parallel with the front of the mat, grasp our right foot and draw it in towards our right glutes. And again here we're just stretching out the quads, waking them up first thing in the day. A nice gentle stretch. And changing side. Now we'll move to the left one, drawing it in and breathing here. As you can see, coming onto our right forearm for that bit of lift and support. Inhaling and exhaling. And allowing our leg to come back and rest. Pushing up onto all fours and coming to sit bum to heels as we draw our arms forward, shoulder distance apart, pressing into all 10 knuckles and allowing our head and our forehead to come to the ground. Child's pose. This is a lovely way for us to wind down our practice today, allowing us to connect to how we're feeling, to slow down, inviting us to close our eyes and just to notice how our body is feeling after these 10 minutes of morning loving. And once you're ready, you can start to gradually open your eyes, walk your hands in and come to sit bum to heels, bringing hands to heart and overhead as you go forward, peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart, in your body and soul. Namaste. Have a great day, guys, and welcome.